Hello guys, today we're gonna talk about how to buy time for further thinking. As you know, during the IELTS speaking test, the biggest problem most IELTS test takers have to face is to have more time for further thinking, especially to brainstorm for ideas or to organize their ideas. Now, we usually face this problem because of two reasons. Sometimes we have never really thought about a topic, and other time because we try to translate the ideas from our mother tongue into English, and that could take a lot of time too. Okay, so I'm going to show you two different techniques, and hopefully you can apply them in your practice so that you can either gain time for further thinking or try to organizing your answers better. Now, the first technique is called comment on the question, meaning say what you think about the question itself. Now let's look at an example to make it clearer to you, okay? Now, just imagine that I have the question, museums are usually boring to most people, so what can we do to make them more interesting to visit? If we want to use a technique comment on the question, we could say, well, this question is interesting, really interesting I must say. Let me think, well, I suppose we could. Or we can say, that question is really difficult. Nobody has ever asked me about that before. So give me a second to think about this. I guess we should. Okay? Do remember that to use this technique with the question because, not all the questions are that difficult or interesting anyway. Okay, so apart from commenting on the question, we could provide a general statement. There are two ways we can do this. First, we could better phrase the ideas in the question, and secondly, we could wander around the question a little bit. Now, let's look at the first one, okay? Now, just imagine if we have to better phrase the ideas in the question, and this is my question. What do you like to do in your free time? If by better phrasing the ideas in the question, we could say, in my spare time, I enjoy doing several things. At the weekend, I spend time doing the things that I love. Or on Saturday and Sundays, I take pleasure in doing several things. Or whenever I have time for myself, I usually spend time on my hobbies. It's easy, isn't it? So now let's take a look at another way to provide a general statement. That is by wandering around the question a little bit. Now let's see how we can wander around this question. What sorts of book do you like reading? So we could wander by saying, I haven't much time nowadays, so I don't do a lot of reading. However, in the past, I used to read quite often. Or you can say, well, I love books, all kinds of them actually, and I usually do a lot of reading as a rule. I just read whatever books that catch my eyes. Or we can say, well, to be honest, books usually bore me because there are too many words in them and it can easily send me to sleep, especially novels and storybooks. So those are the two simple ways that you can use to buy time for further thinking. Now let me give you a summary in Vietnamese. Trong phần thi nói IELTS, thường các bạn sẽ cần thời gian để suy nghĩ, tìm và sắp xếp ý. Để làm được việc trên, bạn có thể dùng hai cách. Đưa ra một bình luận chung về câu hỏi hay đưa ra một khẳng định chung bằng cách nhắc lại những ý có trong câu hỏi và dùng từ riêng của mình, hay nói chung về chủ đề trước khi đưa ra câu trả lời chính. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you again next time.